Alrighty, so we've gotten quite far already, and I actually had a look at all the videos I've recorded so far, and we are up to about 5 hours. So I don't think this is too shabby at all. Like for project setup, and for getting the UR, most of the UR done for this puzzle, as well as faffing around on sorting for about an hour. Um, I think we're doing pretty well. And like my goal at the beginning, which I forgot to mention, was I want to try and build this thing in a weekend. Like I want to make sure I can code this thing up within 24 hours, and so that's the goal I'm setting for myself, and I think we might make it. But yeah, we still have a few more things to do with the UR portion, and up next we'll take a look at the help dialog. So just give the user some instructions. Um, and then the last thing we need to do is the success dialog. So once they submit, show them some kind of success GIF and a bunch of stats and the time they took, etc. So let's move on to the help dialog. Let's just define what we want to build first, because this was something we added. So I think the first thing we're gonna need is obviously a title. The content we need to frame the game a bit. So I'm thinking like, what is the goal? Ultimate goal is to guess the phrase from a set of images. We should mention that there are placeholders that need to be completed next to each image. The images aren't in the correct order. That they can drag and drop the images to change the order. The order, what else? There's a hint available that they can use. They have 3 attempts, and once they have completed everything and they're happy with the order, they need to hit submit. And I think that should be able to give them a good overview of what to do. One more thing. We introduced a partial match icon. So we should just mention that. And then we'll just have close button as normal. We could even add a button saying, got it. Got it, cool, understand. Cool, let's build it. We're going to follow the exact same approach as the hint dialog, and we kind of dropped the ball here a bit, or I did really. Why am I saying we? I promised at the beginning that I would keep the commits small, and I didn't do that. So I'm just gonna make sure we commit this quickly, because it's mostly a working feature. Well, not working. It still needs logic and everything, but in terms of the UR, it's pretty usable. We're not getting any errors, and I'm happy to commit that. So let's just name this added puzzle page. Puzzle, whoop whoop. And then that's just linting, making sure we don't push any dirty code up. Okay, this is complaining that storage path is not being used, and that's correct. So I'll just comment that out quickly. Use this and just add a comment for later, so we don't forget it. I mean, I don't like commenting code at all before committing, but if I do, it needs to have a little to do next to it so we can come back to it. So we're going to do something similar to this, and it's just going to be the help dialog. So let's make that happen. App, let's go to the puzzle hint. We'll just copy this, and that will be help, and it will also be a child root of puzzle help dialog. Puzzle data, we will need this again because we're gonna need the max attempts. And again, This will come from a data query, which I'll explain later, but if we fetch the data already, it's just going to be there. If not, it's going to refetch it. So super handy. Let's go. How does it work? Maybe how to play and emoji, remote control. What about, where's that? There's like a PlayStation remote. What were they called? Arcade? Okay. Not quite what I'm looking for. It's all about the finer details. Just leaving trails of myself everywhere. There we go. Cool. That's what I was looking for. How to play and data loading. Do we need that? Let's leave it there. This has got padding bottom by default. Why? I would like that too. Doesn't. Oh wait, I'm not editing the right component. I feel like that's got a. Yeah, let's. I think it was my changes. PB2. No, let's. It should be PB8. And does that conflict with our release notes at all? Oh yes, I actually pushed a fix for that, so don't worry about that for now. Hey, come on. Okay, so I think we removed it here, but looks good to me. So let's just update that. We don't need the class name there anymore. We don't need it here anymore. It should just give us nice styles out of the box. And we're doing the help dialog. So let's go and render that at the correct root. Okay, roots, puzzle help. And we are going to pop that in here just as a child of the puzzle, but not as a child of the hint root, obviously. Thank you. Oh no, puzzle help dialog. That's cool. Let's go and just open that, show help, and then we can populate it with some stuff. Awesome, how to play. That's great. Let's do some coding there. So what did we want to do? We wanted to add content. We have loading state, which will just be a one-liner, and that's okay for now. Just going to do something like that. All good. By this stage, I don't expect users to actually reload on this page. We would already have the data, and then it'll be there. So this is just a pretty close. I think I want to do something like a numbered list here. Numbered list of item. Numbered list of item. I think this is the API, something like that. One value. So I wanted to do something like this, where this was children is missing. Yep, a goal. So guess the phrase based on the images. Oh wait, I actually have something. I guess the phrase by correctly arranging the images and filling in the words. Cool. Yes, that's nice. Add a little number there. And I think because we're going to have a list here, should we just create an array to map over? Because we're going to have a few little tips. And we may just want to create an array just to map over. So we'll have tips, just call it that, and that'll be an array of I'm just gonna make, like, typically I do string array, but I know in one of them I want to show we have a little partial match icon, and I'd like to show that. So I'm gonna make it a React node, an array, and that way we can use strings, or we can use a React node, like some kind of JSX icon, you know. Yep. Let's see how that goes. And puzzle data would probably, tips would be dependent on that, especially when we get to our max attempts. Let's simplify this. Let's remove this data. There's a certain number of max attempts, but we don't actually need to tell the user how many. We can just refer to the, it's pretty clear, attempts left, you know. I think that'll do for now. And then we can simplify this, and if we want to move this component to a different route, if we didn't want to nest it in the puzzle, we could do that too. Like, we could take it to the home page and it wouldn't need to worry about data. So I think that'll be a smarter approach. Okay, so let's do our tips over here. First tip, boom. What else did we say? We said we want placeholders. And I think, so we'll say, so I'm just gonna actually, maybe if we do this rather, specifically like goal, the goal is this, and I wonder, I mean, is this better? Let's go numbered list, tips.map, tip, we'll need the index, and just hold your horses, Copilot, you are too quick for me. Key is going to be the index. We don't really worry too much about the key. The number is going to be index +1. And over here, we just want to render the tip. Goal. Awesome. Yeah, that looks cool. I think that'll work. We'll have a few goals. Then we can just update these. So let's add a few more. The goal. So also, I had one for placeholder. Image order. Image order. We had one related to drag and drop. And drop. Partial matches. Submission. Attempts. Oops. I almost feel like we could even refine these a bit too. Like, each one has a bit of a subtitle and then but let's leave it as is for now. And then hints. So now we should have quite a few things over here. Got some nice separation happening. We wanted we'll update, we'll add a button. Do we need a button? No, don't think so, but let's see. Got it. Class name. Daisy, you are primary. And it's at the bottom. Look, if they scroll down, fine, whatever. We'll just add it. And you can trigger on close. Pretty sure I've got something else for that, actually. Actions. Specifically for the actions. Aha, there we go. Yes, that's much better. I knew I thought of that before. So this is just my base dialog that comes with my boilerplate. And kind of predefined a few things based on how I've used dialogues in the past, and this works quite nicely. Okay, so that's cool. Happy with that. We obviously need to update these. So placeholders will be, what did I say? Placeholders. Oh, I've got some copy here that I'm just gonna copy across from our Notion doc, and the image is not in the correct order. Yep. Drag and drop the images to reorder them. The P icon indicates that the word is not part of the whole image. And then for the P icon, I will render a component there, which we will get to in a sec. You only have a few attempts to get the correct answer. Stuck. Click the puzzle icon, P icon, pick the puzzle icon. I'll make components for those, then we can actually render them in here. But I think this is, as far as help goes, this is pretty good. Later we could even look at adding a little video. Okay, you don't recognize the storage path. This thing's just complaining because I removed that storage path prop earlier just to satisfy our linting, and it is now spreading it onto the div over here as an HTML attribute. So just gonna add that back, and just so linting doesn't complain, I'm just gonna log it. Move me. Okay, we've got, oh, it's just logging. Log it now, all good. We're gonna solve that soon once we get to the logic. Cool, happy with that. Let's just quickly go and create a component for that P icon, which we can render in the help as well. So I'm just gonna go components, partial match icon, partial match icon.tsx. Move my head again. No, I don't know why it's doing that. Partial match icon, and we will grab you. I just want to pop you in there and use you to grab the styles, but we don't want any layout styles. So layout styles meaning absolute, bottom, right, because those should be controlled by its parent. Yep, happy with that. And this, we can just go partial match icon. Remove the non-layout styles that we just added to the component. Make sure it's still working. Yep, still there. Pretty sure I'll update that icon at some stage too. Now I can actually pop it in here. Sorry, we're looking for that. The P. I wonder why. Oh wait, we need this to be inline flex, and we need some maybe border base 300. That's cool. We could decrease the size a little bit. That's nice. Has this got, I would like just to up the font weight. Oh, that's much better. The P icon, let's see how it looks on the image. Yep, that's cool. The P indicates that the word is part of an image, not the whole image. No, that doesn't make any sense. The P indicates a partial match between the image and the word. E.g., example. What's a good example? Image of an anvil. Now I'm trying to go with image of the word anvil. Word is an. Partial match. I think that's pretty clear. I hope. Anyway, user testing will surface all of these issues. Drag and drop. Otherwise, oh yes, okay, we just got the puzzle icon to do. And we'll do something similar. So it won't be called the puzzle icon in case we change the icon, but it will be called the hint icon. Hint icon, and we have popped that one in. We've popped the hint icon into the page. Just gonna pop my head back here again. And it's just the icon, it's not the button. Hint icon is this. And you can forward your props as well as your class name just in case. I'll just do this with every component because 10 to 1 you need to forward some class name or some prop, and then I just have to go back. But I don't mind having the ref. Why is it complaining? Oh, is that why? Ah, okay. There's a reason I used that. I knew it. Okay, let's go hint icon. Now we can use it here. And we can use it hint icon here. And I'm hoping it just renders. Yes, okay, so we needed to actually pass these. Because the hint icon is set to that size, that would be the default size, but here we want a smaller version. So let's just grab the same as this one, and click the for a hint. Yep, that's cool. And I might, why is, I don't understand why that's got some weird, oh, okay. As soon as it's got 2 lines, the styles change a bit. Huh. Okay, I'm just going to cheat a bit. Click the button for a hint and then it'll wrap. Oh, okay, no. See, it's not worth cheating like that. Because it's our numbered list item, I think, is doing some justify between. Justify between, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. By default, it should not be justify between. So I'm happy to remove that. Cool. It's alright, looks good. Nice and neat. I'm just gonna quickly just improve this a little bit, because in this array we can see we've got sort of like a subtitle with a description, and that's common with each element. So we can now go ahead and convert this to an array of objects, subtitle, string, and content. And I'm really hoping that Copilot will be able to do this for me. Subtitle, let's help it quickly. Content, why are you complaining about that? You sure? Let's quickly just comment that out. Oh, okay. There was no problem. There was just this over here. So let's see. content is going to be that. And I'm just going to comment this out, and then hopefully Copilot helps me here. Yes. Love it, Copilot. Thank you. A little bit more complex, but you know, it's a pattern we defined that's not working now. And yeah, should be cool. Tip.content. And we wanted to do this, which was, now we just changing the URL to match our API for tips. Tip.subtitle, render the content. My bad. Awesome, cool. And that's great, because later, like if we wanted to separate the subtitle on a new line, it's a lot easier to do that. Yeah, I think this is cool. These we could convert to strings, but I'm just going to leave them as JSX in case we want to, you know, add an image or anything in there. Cool, I'm happy with that. Awesome stuff.